Well, hello, my lovely friends. It is Tuesday yet again, and I am sharing with you one of my empty box series videos, and we're down to the last month and pretty low in product, so I'm excited. I did find this old collection that I was using back in 2013 and I loved it. It is the Paradiso paper by Kaiser Craft and some of the ephemera pieces. And I thought I should use it. It's in my stash, it's older. What better way to use it than in an empty box series video? So that's what I'm doing here. I just took some white paper from my stash to back my photo. For some reason, I always want a white border around my photo. I just think it really makes the photo pop. And this is a picture of Bab and I in Maui when he was on, well, he had won President's Club at his office and at his job. Office, job, yeah. Okay, I'm always correcting myself, so you're probably used to it by now if you're my subby. But yeah, he won President's Club. This was May of 2017. I'm super excited because his next President's Club winning, if he places, or I don't know what it's called, if he makes President's Club for this year, then we will go to Dubai next year. So that is super exciting. I've never been to Dubai, and I think that would be wonderful. The only reason we didn't do President's Club, because I have total faith in him and he's wonderful, and he's very good at what he does, is because he quit for a few months and went to work for another company, and it was a supposedly great opportunity that was not so great. So he went back to his old company, and now he is eligible for President's Club yet again. So we shall see. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I love to travel. So I just pulled from the empty box some of these cut aparts, the cut apart labels that you see that says Breathtaking, and that is going to be my title. I'm going to move it and shift it down to the bottom where I'm going to make a cluster with some of that ephemera from the Paradiso collection. And also I did pull out a couple of other pieces like tags and labels from Paradiso, and you're going to see me add some twine to those tags, and that label says relaxation, and I'm going to stamp it with my Heidi swap stamp and use that peach Bellini that nobody can see on video, but it does have the date stamped on that label. So some people have been asking me if I can do layouts on paper like this. If you watched my video, I believe it was yesterday or maybe the day before, I did a layout called Lovely, and I did use a background like this where it is basically set up for you. You don't have to do much to it. You don't have to create the background paper. All of the work is done. I know some people struggle with that, and I thought I would show them some ways that I use paper like that because it's just so quick and so simple, and I would encourage you not to stray away from paper that's good to go. Like even with Cheeky, I have several papers that everything is done for you. You just put your photo down, maybe a few layers, a couple of clusters of embellishment, and you're done. You don't have to create a huge background or do a bunch of border strips or trying to create those 3 clusters per se, because maybe one of the clusters is part of that background, which I feel like is kind of the situation here. Like the palm trees to the left and the bottom space is very done for you, and so you don't have to add a lot to the bottom in order to give balance. If you put the photo and the clusters towards the top. So if this was just a blank background page or a very small pattern background, I would not make the top this heavy and not do something to the bottom that was heavier to balance the page. But I don't have to do that here. It's already done for me. So I believe this puffy sticker letters that spell smile is from Citrus Twist, from the empty box. I also think the flare came from that. And I just added a little bit of a taupe thread behind the flare. Also, I'm gonna secure these tags down and build a little cluster underneath that frame. I have no idea where the frame came from. I've just got a stack of frames in my stash that I pull from once in a while. And I'm also going to build that little cluster at the bottom. And anytime you use thread, you want to make sure you glue it down because it will move on you. So I'm going to probably, I think I do pop up that piece of luggage, but I think I add some glue as well, because even though the sticky foam tape will stick, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to stick with that thread behind it. So I'm looking now, but I don't see that I secure it with glue, but I bet I go back and see how sticky it is. So it's just always a good idea, if you're using thread, secure it with glue and not just sticky tape. So I'm going to add that last little label there, and I'm going to stamp on it with my Heidi Swap stamp. As I mentioned, you're not probably going to be able to see it because it's in a very light color, but I can see it when I look at the page, and that's what's most important to me. I think I also pull from my empty box a puffy sticker that says Dream, and it is a small black label that you're going to see me place just to the right of that flare. I'm not going to keep that white label that was also in my empty box. I try to use Pink Fresh Studio products that I've gotten in previous kits, and I just have so much trouble working with them. I don't know what it is. I mean, I do know what it is, but I just struggle with their products. So I'm going to pull that label off, and it is a wonderful sentiment and says life is beautiful, but I go with this small puffy sticker for Maggie Holmes that says Dream. Oh, maybe it's not Maggie. I'm sorry, it's Citrus Twist. It's from the Citrus Twist kits. And also a little heart that's kind of a funky color, but it goes so well with this layout. It's like a pea green, almost a pea green or a mustard pea green. It's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of drab, but for whatever reason, it picks up the brown in this layout. I don't do a lot of brown, so it was very fortunate that I got to use those puffy stickers from Citrus Twist. I think I tried to come up with a way to use the stamps from Citrus Twist, but I don't find a way to incorporate it, and so I'm just going to kind of finish up with some white acrylic paint that I water down and sprinkle on the page. And that will do it for me. So don't be afraid to use these backgrounds that are pretty much done for you. You don't have to put a lot of thought into it. You can make a page quick and easy. As you see, I've done that here, and this is a quick video. Plus, I'm using my stash. I'm emptying that box, so it's a double win. So I will have still pictures for you at the end. I really appreciate you watching. The Cheeky Studio Facebook group is growing. My channel is growing. I would love to have you join my channel. I would love for you to share anything in our Cheeky Studio Facebook group, regardless of what it is. I mean, I just love to see what you create. Of course, I don't want you promoting other companies per se, but if you're using other companies to make your layouts, I don't care. I just want to see your lovely layouts, and I want to see that, you know, we're all in this together. I love the scrapbook community and I love to share. So it's always inspirational. Don't ever be afraid to share because there's somebody out there that's going to draw inspiration from you sharing your love of scrapbooking. And that's all I have for now. Ta-ta for now. Bye.